What's up, y'all? We are out here at Shelby Farms Park, of course. It's where we always are in these videos. And today we're gonna take a picture of my new car.
I want to be like Peter Griffin, where he's just waving, doing something stupid in the background.
I can introduce you. This is my friend Nathan's son. Say hello, Nathan.
What up, guys?
He's gonna be driving the car while I take a picture of it. So to get this photo, I'm gonna be using my 28 to 135 millimeter lens. I'm gonna be using that because I'm gonna get some pretty good background compression. Obviously, I'm gonna have to be pretty far away from the car since it's gonna be moving fast. So this long lens is gonna come in handy. All right, let's get set up. Nathan's getting set up in the car. I'm going to get set up with my backpack and my camera. So the settings I'm going to use to get this picture, I'm going to have to put my shutter speed really high since it's a moving subject. So for that reason, I'll be putting my aperture pretty low, and my ISO is going to be low too, just because it's such a bright and sunny day. But yeah, my shutter speed is probably going to be probably around 1,000 or more. And then we're going to do servo autofocus so that it's a moving autofocus. We're going to put it on a high shooting speed so that I can catch a lot of pictures really quickly. Alright, we're gonna get one more shot here from a different angle and see if that works. Alright, y'all, looks like we got the shot. So we'll go home and edit it a little bit. I guess I'll walk y'all through that just a bit, but yeah, let's get it done. Alright guys, so it's about 9:30 right now, as you can see by the lovely lamplight we have going on here. And I'm going to show y'all what I thought was my favorite photo from the shots we took earlier today. So here's the unedited version of my favorite pic out of all the ones I took. As y'all know, we took quite a few to try to get the right shot, and this is the one I liked most. And spoiler alert, here's the final edit. But I'm going to show y'all real quick how I went through and what my thought process was behind making this photo, so you can apply it to the photos you make in the future or use it differently. So I had to go a little crazy with the basic adjustments just because there's so much dynamic range in this picture. I really had to lift the darker parts of the image to reveal the car more, but that also of course would remove some contrast if I lifted them a lot and didn't add contrast back. So as you can see, I raised the blacks and the shadows a lot. I added contrast back to keep it more dynamic, because let's see if I didn't add any contrast what that would look like. Not good at all. Added contrast. Warmed the picture up a lot because I didn't like the cool blue look that you normally get on bright sunny sky days. So I added the warmth to give it more of a desert type feel. For the tone curve, I just did my basic tone curve. Now here's where I really made the image look different and stand out, is in the HSL tab. I made the yellows more towards the red side to make that dirt, instead of it look yellow, I made it look orange, kind of like an orange burnt desert look like I already said. And I made the greens a little more green just because when I shifted the yellow so far to the red side, it made the grass look unnatural, so I went ahead and just moved the greens back this way. And here I just adjusted the luminance to make them look more naturally colored instead of so bright, and I made the orange color stand out most in my saturation. For split toning, I just added orange to the highlights again to give that warm feel, and I added just a slight vignette on the photo. So where I really went to work on this picture is in my local adjustments. I started with an adjustment brush, and I used that just to add some clarity to the whole car. The clarity does look really good on metal and vehicles, I think, so I added clarity just to this part of the photo, and that made the car pop a little more too, even though it was kind of dark beforehand. The clarity really brought it out more. I also added a brush here on the grill just to make the grill stand out a little more. And then I did a brush on the sky because without this brush, the sky was really blown out. So I just used the dehaze to add more definition back into the sky and use the highlights to again bring that sky detail out just a little bit, not too much, but just so you know it's there and it's just not clear white. We don't want that. I also decided to use some radial filters, and the first one I put on was to accentuate the dust more, and I could have just used an adjustment brush for this, but I just used a radial filter and I erased the car so that the car wasn't brighter, but the dust and the surrounding area around the car was bright. Now this next part's gonna kind of confuse you, and it's kind of confusing me now, but it works somehow when you're editing. I added another radial filter that decreased the shadows around the car just to give another kind of vignette effect. And that is weird because we increased the highlights around here, but I think that just ends up making some more contrast in the area around the picture. but it still draws your eye to the car in the center. And there's our completed photo, y'all. Alright guys, so I hope y'all enjoyed coming out with me today, and Nathan too tagged along for this video. You can apply this to any car really. I think this would look awesome with a nice F-150, a big truck, just running it through some dust or even some mud. If you got someone to drive your truck through some mud, got all that mud splashing up, and you just snap some photos, that's gonna look super awesome. So there's another photo idea. I'm not gonna do that with my Nissan Altima because it'd probably get stuck. So I'll just stick to the dust roads for now. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you learned something, that's the point. I'm here to teach y'all, help y'all get better at photography, learn a style that isn't really taught well, I think, on YouTube, so that's why I'm here teaching it. And subscribe if you haven't already, so you can stay up to date with all the videos I post every week. It's just one now, but I'll probably be ramping it up in the future. But yeah, new videos every week about photography, some video, drone too, and I hope to see y'all in the next one.